Hard facts.
99.3 Nigeria Info, Lagos. Welcome back to Hard Facts. Yes, that's right. Let's talk glass ceiling today. 2 weeks ago, we had a conversation on infertility, and I did make a promise that we're going to have my guest back the following week. But things happened. We couldn't have him back. But then the promise, right? We still have to have the part two, but we couldn't because we couldn't deal, conclusively with the issue when we started it. So here we go. Let's talk about understanding infertility, the part two of it. You know that being able to get pregnant is a big part of the marriage institution. Even if you're not married, it's some people's life ambition to be able to have babies, especially here in Africa, in our culture here, in our context here, in our lives, in our tradition. Hence, infertility is associated with a lot of negative psychosocial, some consequences would come with it, like stigma, like deprivation. Some people even suffer neglect at some point. In some homes, the woman is subjected to some level of violence, either passively or actively. So you have marital problems everywhere, and ultimately it may lead to mental issues. So this is quite important, the conversation we're having. And joining me to critically look at it from the medical point of view, like we did the other time, is Dr. Abayomi Ajayi, consultant gynecologist and executive director of Nordical Fertility Center. Dr. Ajayi, thank you again for coming through.
My pleasure. It's always good to be here.
It's good to have you here.
Thanks.
It's good to have you here. Lagos, join us on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch. And please do let us know if you've got questions for my guests. We'll deal with the questions as they come in. All right. You can send your thoughts in via WhatsApp. WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. That is 0809 597 5805. Whew. Dr. Ajayi, let's start this way, yeah? I want to start from the issue of sexually transmitted infections. I want to know what role they play in infertility in both men and women.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Sexually transmitted diseases, especially when not well treated, can block, Let's say, how does a pregnancy arise to even start with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a man produces sperm in his testes. It's transported down some fine tubes into where it mixes with semen, and then it must be ejaculated through the urethra into the female reproductive tract. And then the sperm must meet with the eggs in the tubes. So there are delicate tubes all around in the man and in the woman as well.
Okay.
And this is what gets blocked, both in the man and the woman, that this unresolved or badly treated sexually transmissible infections, that's what they block. And so what they cause in the man is either there is the tuber blockage, or in the woman also the tuber blockage. So they cause blockages, in other words.
In fact, you've answered my one of my questions that I have, because I was going to ask you what caused the fallopian. We talked about blockage of the tube in women. So I was going to ask that what usually caused that, because as discussed the other time, this situation is becoming very, very often now. Women coming down with blocked tubes.
Exactly, but endometriosis is also a big player in this issue of blocked tubes. So it's not only infection.
Okay.
In fact, infection might be reducing because we are getting, especially in the townships and the urban areas, people now know the incidence of self-medication is less. People know how to treat infections better.
Okay.
There are better antibiotics, So this might even be going down slightly, okay. But of course, sometimes post-abortal infection also still comes in after terminating a pregnancy, because most of the time this is done hush-hush. And so infection sometimes crops in. And when infection comes in, most of the time it attacks the tubes.
So let's talk about the endometriosis that you mentioned. What's the connection?
Well, the endometriosis is like an inflammation. You know what causes endometriosis is that what is supposed to be the inner lining of the uterus is somewhere else. So the way it behaves just like what we call the endometrium, the inner lining of the uterus. So it builds due to hormone reaction to the hormones, changing hormones in the woman, and after a while, it's when there is no pregnancy, it just falls off. Okay. Normally in the woman, this comes throughout from the vagina as bleeding, menstrual bleeding.
Okay.
But for this other, what we call implants, or this misplaced endometrium, which are in other places, for example, it could be on the tube, it could be on the ovary, it could be even somewhere even more distant than that. So what happens that they bleed just like there's menstrual bleeding, but they now bleed into the inside of the abdomen. So it's like you have blood in your abdomen, which is not supposed to be there. So once that happens, there is something called the omentum, or the policeman of the abdomen, which comes into wherever there is infection, or it comes there to arrest that situation so that it doesn't spread. So then what happens with that is that because of this bleeding, adjacent structures now get matted into what the omentum is trying to do, the policeman of the abdomen. So in other words, the tubes become blocked, okay, because this causes like an inflammatory state, okay, because the blood is not supposed to be in the abdomen. Yeah. Okay, so the way the omentum reacts to it is to want to arrest it, but in the process, it mats all the structures together. Yeah. And so this woman now has blocked tubes, at least. But we also know that blood is hostile to sperm because it's not supposed to be there. So that's why endometriosis is all encompassing. It destroys eggs, it destroys sperm, it does not allow the two of them to come together. Even it disturbs even the implantation, because the hormonal milieu is now not balanced. It disturbs the implantation. That is after the embryo is formed, for it to stick into the uterus becomes even an issue. So and that's why we're saying now that endometriosis is not just a disease of the reproductive organ, because it's an inflammatory process that can affect the whole body.
Is it treatable?
It is treatable, but it's not curable.
Oh. What's the impact on fertility, on conception like? Is it like it's a no-go area when it comes to conception?
No. Some people can even get pregnant with it. Let's say about 20-30% of women will get pregnant without anything, but it might become worse over time. Don't forget that the more the bleeding is, the more the situation now becomes. That's one of the reasons why what we're talking about in endometriosis is early diagnosis. Okay. So before all these complications come in, if you can diagnose, then you can try to manage it and get a baby out of this. But also, apart from infertility, it tends to affect their quality of life because of the pain that it can bring on.
I was going to ask that. What are those signs that a woman can look out for?
Yeah.
So I need to suspect so that they can present early enough.
Yeah. Pain is unusual. Menstrual pain is this. What we say is that menstrual pain is not supposed to disturb your everyday chores. Yeah. The moment your menstrual pain is taking over your life, is not making you to do anything, please, you need to see a gynecologist.
Brilliant. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. I'm looking at you with one side eye because I don't want to miss Dr. Ajayi's next answer to my question here. I have a question for you, Doc. But if you're watching, please drop your comment with us. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. This person says, "What is prolactin? What is prolactin? Can it make a woman unable to get pregnant?"
Wonderful. Yeah, prolactin is a hormone, but it's a non-specific hormone. Okay. So it's usually responsible for a woman to secrete milk. So actually, you should have prolactin to be high when you are lactating. All right. But sometimes it happens that you are not lactating, you don't have a baby, and your prolactin level is high because of what we call hormonal imbalance. Okay. Now, but don't forget I said it's a non-specific hormone. So we don't treat prolactin alone. So the first thing we need to look out for are their symptoms. Is your menses regular? Okay. If your menses is regular, you are not likely to have hyperprolactinemia. That is significant. Okay. So, but if your menses is not regular, then we or we ask for whether milk is coming out from the breast. When you don't have a baby, you're secreting milk. If none of this is present, then what we look for is that, because we know that is a non-specific hormone, so stress can bring it on. So if you're coming from traffic and you go and do your prolactin level, it might be a little bit high. And that's why we say it's a non-specific hormone. So unless it reaches a particular point, we usually, and you are menstruating regularly, you don't have milk coming out of your breast, we don't do anything about it.
I want to talk to you about something you mentioned, even though I will be skipping like 3 questions. Men.
The story of stress is like the chicken and the egg. We don't know which came first. Some people believe that stress leads to infertility. People know that infertility leads to stress. So really and truly, because that's, some people will say, oh, you're not getting pregnant. Oh, go and take it easy. Sometimes it's the goodest thing you can say to somebody who is faced with infertility. If my tubes are blocked, if I don't have sperm, then you are telling me to take it easy. Take what it is. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So I think what we pay to stress might just be more than what actually the attention it deserves. Though we know that stress, especially unusual stress, like people taking exams, like people traveling, or something or somebody dies or something like that, could lead to minor disruption in menstrual cycles.
Right.
So, but everyday stress, sometimes we say it's responsible for infertility, but the first thing is, when you have infertility, do a proper assessment. Let us know whether it's the one that is stressed or the one that we can see what is wrong.
I want to talk to you before the break. Some of the practices that you would advise someone who is trying to conceive, both the man and the woman, some of the things that they should be doing.
Okay, lifestyle is very, very important. In when people are faced with infertility, but maybe before that, sometimes most of the time what we deal with is the hard disk of the treatment of infertility. Okay, this is what I mean. You are doing IVF, you are doing whatever you're doing, but sometimes the software we don't pay attention to it. You said something during your intro that sometimes it can even lead to mental disorders.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't pay enough attention to that. Not even the patients pay enough attention to it. So that's the first thing I want us to probably talk about. That if you're faced with infertility, the first thing to know is that it's not one person's problem. Even if it is the man who has low sperm count, it's the two of you who are in it together. So what we usually say is that the two of you should cooperate with one another. It's not the time for finger pointing. It's also stressful enough, So don't try to point fingers at each other. Get to read enough. Educate yourself so that people don't, because it's one of the most vulnerable positions that you can be. And if you get into wrong hands, God save you. So that's the thing. You must be educated in what the problem is. And then, of course, stress, cut out as much as possible on stress. Don't let infertility rule your life. I know it's easier said than done. But it's something that you need. If you have to join a support group, please do join a support group. And then we can now talk about the lifestyle changes. What are the things that you can do? Like you are your own doctor to start with. Okay, so the first thing is you must eat healthy. Okay, so you are not the one that will be binge eating anyhow. You need to keep your body mass index to be in the normal range. Okay, so you cannot afford to be obese. In other words, smoking, alcohol, narcotic, because I think there's an epidemic of that now
already. It's a pandemic right now. It's something else
among young people.
Yes,
but it affects fertility. So if you know you want to have a child, you might have to cut that out for the period that you're trying to get a child. So those are lifestyle changes that you might need to take, both for the man and the woman, because
the two of them.
Exactly.
Indeed. Lagos, welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, it's the glass ceiling, and we are taking a look at infertility, understanding it. That's what we're looking at today. I have a question here, double as a matter of fact. This person says, my questions are, when my daughter started her cycle at 17 years old, we took her to the hospital on a monthly basis because of horrible cramps. It stopped 2 years ago. Now she's 22, and she's been having irregular cycle for the past 5 months. Does she need a medical solution?
Well, she started from
17.
Yeah. Okay. If she started at 17, that means now she's menstruated for 5 years. By now, that axis should be well developed and it should be regular. So if there is anything that is still worrisome, you can always talk to your doctor about that. Okay. Yeah. So it's better to be safe.
Yeah. All right.
To be sorry.
I agree. Totally agree. Second question: is it true that the fallopian tube is cut off each at a delivery of an IVF baby?
No.
It's not cut off.
No, we don't touch anything like that.
I mean, I couldn't understand the question at first, but I think it wrote giganto. Affect fertility.
It might, because gynecologist is a man having breasts, well developed breasts. So it could be the symptom. It could be the symptom of a hormonal disorder.
Yeah.
Okay. And some men who have abnormal sperm parameters, that might just be the only sign that you find in them. So it could be. But also sometimes some people just, especially pubertal boys who are just reaching vertical, breast sometime and then
it goes away.
It goes away.
Okay. We'll start taking your calls in a moment. Doc, when we return from the break, I want to talk to you about, because some of the prevalent issues that women face, either single or married, is hormonal imbalance. I want to talk to you about why is this so prevalent? What could be responsible for it? Because this, from what I've read, also causes the irregular menstruation, in most women. And doctors will say that, this is also, they need to take care of it, especially for those who want to conceive. We need to look at this very critically. We'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about assisted conception. What are the ways that people can be assisted, especially those that would need assistance, in achieving conception in no time. We'll talk about that when we return. But Lagos, you can keep your questions coming through. It's a glass ceiling here on Nigeria Info's Hard Facts. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Dr. Abayomi Ajayi of Nordical Fertility Center is here on the show. And he's here for your questions. If you've got questions, keep them coming in. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. I'll take that again, 0809 597 5805. We're also streaming on Facebook and on YouTube, so drop your comments here as well. We'll be back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Standing in the right corner is every investor's pride, offering affordable yet profitable homes to investors in Lekki, Horizon Estates. And in the left corner, the destroyer of currencies and the nightmare of investors, inflation.
Horizon Estate will always beat inflation hands down.
No, this one looks tough. I think I'll put my money elsewhere.
Where else can you find a rewarding asset that will appreciate at a very impressive rate and even secure you a lifetime returns of millions in rental income? My friend, Horizon Estate is the way to go. Make a winning investment decision today with Horizon Estates. Own a 3-bed apartment by Lekki Phase 1 at 29.99 million naira initial deposit. Offer valid till October 2nd. For more details, call 0700 123 9002 or visit hzelekki.com. Horizon Estate. If our prices don't sway you, our quality will.
Good
Good day, my people. I have a message for you from Nigerian Breweries PLC.
Nigerian Breweries PLC?
Yes, and it's about your rights.
Rights?
Yes, Nigerian Breweries PLC is offering a rights issue of 22,607,491,232 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 26 naira 50 kobo per share. So, as an existing shareholder, it's an opportunity to increase your shareholding in the company. Hope I have spoken well.
Take advantage of this opportunity. Participate in the Nigerian Breweries PLC rights issue today. Acceptance period opens Monday, 2nd September 2024 and closes Friday, 11th October 2024. Visit www.nbplc.com to download the form. Complete and submit it with evidence of payment no later than Friday, 11th October 2024 to any of the issuing houses or receiving agents in the rights circular. Nigerian Breweries PLC. Winning with Nigeria.
We can protect your car, your savings.
Let's not make it boring. Let's make insurance a lifestyle. If you've ever wished your insurance offered you more, then you're in good hands with Hares Insurance Group. In addition to our extensive insurance coverage, you can also enjoy free benefits such as networking opportunities, up to 10% discount on hotels, gyms, spas, and your favorite stores, tickets to exclusive events, and free resources to plan your future. So, next time someone asks you, what does your insurance company give you, sir? Your answer should be with Hares Insurance Group. Definitely much more than insurance.
To enjoy all these, sign up on www.hairsinsurancegroup.com. That is HEIRS. Hares Insurance Group. Simple life is here.
Oh, I don't tire for them. Even for inside the semo and rice.
Store your grains and other foodstuff them fresh inside the Bako Zero Fly storage bag for up to 2 years. Where insects them no fit enter. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. They use better hermetic technology to buy insects within inside the grains. After you don't tie the bag well for 3 weeks, it will protect your grains them from insects waiting outside. Come keep them fresh and safe without any preservatives. Follow these steps for better protection. Step 1: arrange your grains and food items them inside the Bako Zero Fly storage bag. Step 2: tie the bag well so that air no go enter. Step 3: free. Keep the bag for one corner. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. They everywhere for Nigeria and NAFDAC approve am. Buy your own today. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. Bag where they protect.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help fuel your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
All 380 games are about to come alive on your mobile phone. Step into the Premier League with Showmax.
This is the league we want to watch.
No matter where you are, your favorite teams are just a tap away.
Here now is the big business that truly stirs.
Sign up on the Premier League plan on Showmax.com. Create your account, download the Showmax app, and stream the Premier League for only 3,200 naira right on your mobile. It's your stadium on the move.
In Nigeria, the weather can change in an instant, just like life itself. Even when you are caught in a heavy downpour or harmattan has left your skin dry, there's one thing that never changes: the restoring power of Vaseline Petroleum Jelly. Because we all know when harmattan strikes, if you are not protecting your skin, it cracks. So do your lips, and no one wants that. So use Vaseline Petroleum Jelly to keep your skin healthy, smooth, moisturized, and protected all day long, so you can embrace every season with confidence.
It's a new era. The UEFA Champions League is back. The best clubs in Europe clash in the most dramatic fixtures. Watch the UEFA Champions League live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus and stay connected. DSTV, your home of football.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Be Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we dissect the power of youth organizing in building strong democracies with Chineye Wanaka.
Start where you are. It's okay to start small. You don't despise the days of humble beginnings, But with persistency, with perseverance, you get to your destination.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, so this is your total. Do you need anything else?
Yeah, I would like to pay for the person at the back. In fact, add 1 pack of Malta Guinness.
Guy, I won't give you my number. Why are you paying for me?
I just feel like doing good. I don't need a reason to share goodness.
Goodness is not just an expression, it's a way of life. So share the goodness with someone today.
Bro, one for me too, Abby.
Yes, so 1 cold Malta Guinness for you too.
Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
If you get the big dreams, to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams, to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams.
Get loans of up to 7 million naira on Rain Money. Call 0700 5000 500 or visit rainmoney.com to get started now. Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner, that mushy movie, even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
You define better odd. I bet you one play cause over 1.5. I bet you one bet say both seem no go score at all. Oh yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chabura out. In a day for bet baba. We win money, bet baba. Cash out today easy or bet baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, yeah. We get better bonus. Money me no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season kicks off on Monday, September 16th and run until September 30th. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only 1 out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4-minute recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Yo, it's time to switch up your streaming and social media experiences. Introducing the Glow My G bundle, the first all-in-one social and music bundle. It's the perfect bundle for texting, snapping, streaming, sharing, vibing, and everything you love doing online. With My G bundle, you get the data deals for Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Boomplay, Audiomack, and Glow TV, all in one bundle. Now you can make every naira count with affordable all-in-one data bundles with Glow My G. Get 1 gigabyte for 300 naira, 1.5 gigabytes for 500 naira, and 3.5 gigabytes for 1,000 naira on the Glow My G bundle. Plus, you also get 1 hour of free browsing on your favorite apps. That's Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Boomplay, Audiomack, and Glow TV. Dial star 312 hash to start making every naira count with the Glow My G bundle. T's and C's apply.
Glow Unlimited.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira. My name is Well Done. Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Money Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This is the glass ceiling on Hard Facts.
Welcome back to the Glass Ceiling on Hard Facts, Nigeria Info, 99.3 Lagos. Thank you for staying with us. It's 4:40 from our studios. I've got Dr. Abayomi Ajayi still here, and we are going to be taking your questions and your thoughts this evening. Feel free to let us know your questions as well. But before I get into that, I think I need to get off some questions here. Doc, let's talk about hormonal imbalance. What's the connection between this and conception?
Well, like the name sounds, hormones not balanced, okay? But it's like saying that people are dying because of death. We know that it's death that kills people from time. So it's not a diagnosis. Hormonal imbalance is really not a diagnosis. It's just a description.
Okay.
Because it depends on which hormone now that we're talking about. And there's so many hormones in the body, right from the ones directly responsible for reproduction to the ones which even influence. So the thyroid gland is also a hormone. It can produce hormones. So there's so many ways. So that's why when people talk about hormonal imbalance, I don't understand, because it's a generic term.
Okay.
But for example, if you talk about a woman not ovulating and we see that she has polycystic ovaries, then we can know which hormone is not balanced. We know that is the male hormone in her that is higher than normal. So when we talk about hormonal imbalance, it's better to, you spoke about prolactin the other time.
Yeah.
Okay, is it that is prolactin that is high? So we need to be specific in order to be able to know how to deal with this condition. So when people talk about hormonal imbalance, it really doesn't mean much. So,
right, Doc. Let's quickly take this question here because it appears I have some guests in the studio today. Let's take this one that says, let's talk about SS genotype. Parents who, or people who want to get married and they're AS, can they get married without having SS baby?
Well, what I say to them is that if you can avoid getting married 2 years, that's the best solution. Okay. But the technology now can deal with even when they get married, but it's expensive. Okay, and that's why I say if you can avoid it, it's better. For example, now with IVF, you can get married, and we can choose embryos that are not affected. Because the thing is that for each child has a 25% chance of having SS genotype.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we can really mitigate that from happening through IVF, and we do what we call pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. That is, we're able to make the diagnosis of the genes of that embryo before we transfer into the uterus. Yeah, but like I said, it's an expensive process or procedure, but it's very, very possible. We do it very regularly in Nigeria. So yeah.
Okay, Doc, we have to leave it here. I was going to talk to you about assisted conception, but I have guests that I need to speak to. I guess you guys are welcome. Doc, it's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. If my listener want to ask you a question, can they track you on social media?
Sure.
How can they track you on social media?
The www.
That's the website.
The website. Nordical.org.
Okay, they can send their inquiries there.
They can send all their inquiries.
Okay, that's Nordical. Nordical what?
Lagos.
Nordicallagos.com.
.org.
Kilo Nsawale. It's there, Abi.
Oh, okay. So I'm allowed to cheat. All right. Do you want the numbers or what?
Anyhow, people can ask you questions. Yeah, because I couldn't get through to the questions that I have here. Okay. Anyways,
0702 627 7855. It's one of the lines. Yeah, and we have clinics in Lagos, Asaba, and Abuja, so they can. Any of the
and ask their where. Okay, all right. If you're trying to conceive, best of luck to you. Please ask questions. Reach out to Nordical. Ask all the questions. Reach out to your own doctors as well. Ask your questions. Dr. Abayomi Ajayi, thank you for coming around, sir.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Right. Lagos, thank you. We have to go now. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll talk to our guest. Stay here, please.
News, sports, and talk that you can relate.
If I told you now to come and buy a Shebi for 20,000 naira, that you would quickly get that money out. But if I told you to come and do a health check and you should put down 20,000 naira, you probably would say it's very, very expensive.
That's too much now.
Why should I go and dash one doctor? And because people are not paying attention, people are therefore getting sicker and sicker.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.